Hey, welcome back to Tammy's Beauty Tutorials. How are you guys doing today? And today we are doing an inspired look from a movie, and it is obviously from the 80s with my hair looking crazy. We are doing the movie Ghostbusters, and the character is Dana. And hopefully you picked that up because the hair. I curled it with some sponge rollers, because to get it this curly, just a curling iron wouldn't do it justice. And so, I really go all out. If you haven't picked that up by now, you obviously, got that now. So yeah, I look like I got a perm, but I didn't. So I washed my hair, and then I curled my hair with some sponge rollers. I really went old school with this, and I kind of combed it out a little bit to relax the curl a little bit, and then I used some I'm trying to remember. I was having a headache earlier, so my brain is kind of about hurting. So anyway, I use hair I cannot think of the word. Anyway, so I used Moroccan oil. I don't know why that would not come to me, but Moroccan oil, and to kind of help with any frizziness or anything, to kind of make the curls look nice. So I used some Moroccan oil, put that in to kind of smooth any frizziness or anything like that down. And, the curls look really nice and curly, just like Dana's hair did. And, I mean, it looks pretty good. It just looks really curly. I'm not used to seeing my hair this curly. It kind of makes me laugh a little bit. Anyway. I already have my face prepped and ready to go for foundation. I got my primer, moisturizer on, and all that good stuff. So let's start with some foundation. I'm using the Smashbox Halo, the Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. I always put my moisturizer on before, even when I'm using a tinted moisturizer, just because my skin is really dry, especially in the winter months. I'm sure and I don't know if I would use this if you have really oily skin, just because I don't think this would be a good one if you are extremely oily. I mean, because it being a tinted moisturizer, it's just, I don't think that would be a good choice for you. But for dry skin girls, oh, it is amazing. It does not show my dry patches at all. But it is a higher end one, because it's Smashbox, but it is really nice. And for being a tinted moisturizer, the coverage is really nice. Okay, so while I'm putting on my foundation, I wanted to share some info about a follower that supports my channel amazingly, and who is very who's become a good friend of my channel and of myself, Matthew Fox. And he comes to my lives, so if you have been on my lives a lot, you have seen Matthew, and he's very funny. He calls all of us his ex-wives. And so anyway, so Matthew has unfortunately has gotten COVID. His whole family has gotten COVID, and he is very sick right now. And so on his YouTube channel and his Instagram and Facebook, they have started a fundraiser, and I'm going to share the link to his video explaining. His assistant Lindsay is explaining the fundraiser, and I'm going to link that in my description box below. And so if you would please watch that and share that out, and if you can donate, that would be deeply, deeply appreciated. If you can't, no big deal, but sharing it out, that would be awesome, because getting many eyes on it is the most important thing. So please share it out, and that is all I wanted to say. So thank you for listening for just a moment. And anyway, so if you but Matthew, he is very funny, and we wish and been praying for him to get well, and his whole family, and this fundraiser can help him, get back on his feet after getting better. So that's why they're doing it. Anyway, so watch the video. Link down below. All right? On with the makeup. Get this all spread out, and then I'm going to go over with my beauty sponge. I almost said beauty blender, even though I use a Real Techniques one. And all my hair is all over the place. My curls. Look how much shorter my hair looks because of the curls. Is that not hilarious? Do you see that? That is hilarious. I have like big hair. You guys thought I had big hair on 80s night? I mean, this is also kind of 80s. I just am loving the big hair lately, I guess. Throwing it back. I didn't even have to tease it this time like I did on 80s night. I mean, it was, if you didn't watch 80s live, I mean, it took up the whole screen. Hold on 1 second. Apparently, I gotta take the dog outside. I'm back. Had to take the dog out. So she's outside. And she always wants to go outside when it's like the worst time. Like, I try to get her to go out before I start filming, or have the kids take her. And of course, nobody wants to take her outside. Everybody wants a dog, but nobody wants to take care of her. It's so funny. There's my eyebrow. Oh my gosh. So, let's talk about some Ghostbusters. So, when I think of Ghostbusters, obviously you think of the song, and your favorite scenes of the movie and everything, but first you think of the songs. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Something strange. I mean, it's a good song. Such a good song. And then you kind of start thinking of the characters and some of the great scenes in the movie. And like Stay Puft. You know, I mean, there's so many great scenes in that movie. And of course, you think of Slimer, which isn't it funny, like when they made the cartoon that they made Slimer like one of the main characters, like it actually had the part where in the movie he was like one of the first ghosts at the beginning, and he had like a very small part. And it wasn't like he didn't even, it was very small. I'm just saying. But like one of the best lines, it's like Rick Moranis was like when he has the party, and the the dog looking thing is like in the closet, and he's like throwing the coats and stuff in the closet, and he's like, all right, who brought the dog? That's so funny. That was just a funny line. And he's just a nerdy looking guy in the first place, and like, it was just funny. And also, it's just a funny movie. There's a lot of good lines. Oh, and it's so funny. My kids loved that movie. Like, we got both of the movies. I think like a little gift set, like 1 and 2. And Cameron, my youngest, so he would carry the little book around with him everywhere. It was so funny. And one time he went on this play date, and he had to take the movies with him, and this lady from church, she's like, I'm not gonna let my son watch that. That's not appropriate. And I was like, it's okay. She probably thought I was like the worst mother in the world letting my child watch Ghostbusters. She was kind of judgy about it. But whatever. To each their own. He turned out fine. She lets her kid watch like Star Wars and everything. And others, like all the superhero stuff. But anyway, so she didn't like, she was like, I can't believe you let your kid watch Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters isn't, there is a few things that's bad. Hold on, let me get the dog. Alright, I'm back. And then, and Cameron, he loved Stay Puft. Stay Puft was like one of his favorite parts in the whole movie. Who doesn't like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? That was a cool part. And then we actually have a Christmas ornament of Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And then when you push it, it sings Ghostbusters, the song. And we put it on our tree every year. And it was probably one of the coolest Christmas ornaments that we ever owned. Anyway, so that's our, he loves that. And still, that's like one of his ornaments that he has to put on the tree every year. Like, that's his. That's so funny. And the second one, I mean, that one's good. I liked the second one. I think the villain is pretty scary looking. And I noticed her contour goes like straight up and down. Like in the picture, her cheeks are like really like up and down. Not like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I don't know. Anyway, they're like very like this way. I'll blend that out better. I always kind of contour my bottom lip to make my lip look a little fuller. I forgot to set my under eyes and all that. Between taking the dog out and everything. And then I'm just going to blend all that out. Alright. Now I'm going to zoom you guys in closer to start the eyes. Alright, so we're going to start the eyes. And I'm going to use two palettes. Okay, so in the movie, they used a very neutral, smoky eye. And I'm going to kind of stick true to that, but I'm also going to add kind of like an orangey kind of rust color to kind of go with the color of shirt she had on. So I'm going to put that element in it because since I didn't have the color of shirt that she had on, I am wearing like an off the shoulder shirt like she had, but I didn't have that color. So that's why I'm wearing a black shirt instead of that color shirt, because I didn't have that. So I wanted to bring that color into my look since I didn't have that color in shirt. So, so the palette that I'm going to be using to bring that color is my Tasha Denona Sunrise palette, and the color Jasper. So Jasper is right there, and that matches perfectly the color of shirt that she has. So that's, I'm going to bring that color to the look. And then, but mainly the palette that I'm going to be using for the look is my Lorac palette, the Pro Palette Artist Edition. Maraki. However you say that, I'm so sorry. Lorac. Anyway. So, that is my plan for the look, because I really did want to incorporate that color since I didn't have that kind of color shirt. It's just pulling up the picture. And I'm just setting my eye with kind of like a cream white color. It's this color right here. I'm gonna go in with this color right here, because for my transition. There we go. Trying to think of other. Oh my gosh, when I was little, you know the library scene in the movie. I mean, it's not like super scary, but it did make me a little scared of libraries for a little bit. I mean, it is kind of creepy. I mean, that she is kind of a scary ghost in the library. I mean, she does slime them. I mean, is anybody else scared of that part? No? Do you guys all believe in ghosts? I want to know. Do you guys believe in ghosts? Comment below. Has anybody seen any ghosts? Any stories that anybody wants to share? I mean, I do think that stuff is real. It kind of freaks me out. I'm using these two shades, right? I use this shade, and I started out with this one, and then I also use that for my lid. Because it is kind of a cooler smoky eye, not like a really warm light, but like I said, I'm going to add that rust color, so that will warm it up a lot. But the original is kind of a cooler eye look, but we're gonna kind of warm that up a little bit with that shade. But that's where you can kind of, make it more inspired, add a little twist. Have a little fun with it. It doesn't have to be exact, but still true to the character. And then that gives us a little bit of warmth to it too. Now I'm going to go back to the first two shades. I noticed something about like the 80s looks. They go all the way up to the brow bone with the shades. I mean, I don't think they really highlight, like in the sense that we do as much. blend that out. All right. Now we're going to darken up the outer V and smoke that out a lot. Right in with black. Kind of has it winged out there. So I want to create that shape. I didn't put any more product on this brush. I'm just going over the edges because I really don't want to take away from the black. I just want to soften them. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to confirm my doctor's appointment for my headaches. Which is funny that I am actually having migraine today, that I actually need to go to have my migraine appointment because I've been having headaches this week. So it's kind of funny that I have one set up. You book them when you book them ahead of time, so it's funny that I'm actually having this week's, so I need to go. It worked out. I'm just gonna blend that so it's not any harsh lines. Like I said, I don't want to take away from the black at all. Okay, I am going to go off camera, smoke out my bottom, not on my under eye, put eyeliner on, mascara, and all that, and I'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and did highlight because she was pretty glowy. So I did the Jaclyn Hill Moonlight Carrots, and I also did the Champagne Pop by Becca, because I just feel like she's super glowy. And then now I'm gonna do some blush, and I'm gonna do Pink Slip by Complex Culture. And you know, 80s blush, they just did a lot, and it's like right here and up. And they just did a ton of it. They were very much about their blush. It was almost, I mean, now we do a lot of blush, but it's more like on our apples of our cheeks, and they're like right here. It almost like goes into your eyeshadow. And they just take it up like right in here, your temple, and we were like apples. Some I've even seen since I've been looking for the decade. We kind of go apples and up, and they're like right in here. Anyway. I think that's enough blush. I feel very rosy. Very rosy. Like, too much. But I feel like but then the powder will kind of come down. Also, when you set, that'll kind of take it away a little bit. You know. Okay. So lipstick. It's kind of like this, like light pinky, kind of purpley, like almost kind of like a lilac lavendery. Color, I don't. So I'm doing like, this is an LA neon lip liner, Shockwaves, and the color Blaze. And then I'm using Maybelline Lust for blush, very pink. And it's also kind of metallic-y. And this is matte, so I'm going to put a gloss over it. Just to kind of give it some shine. Okay, let me take my clip out of my hair. First at my face. Okay, so this is the finished look with my crazy curls. He looks, the hair, oh my gosh, the hair kind of cracks me up. Okay, so this is the finished look. What do you guys think? How do you think I did with Dana from Ghostbusters? Tell me your comments below. I mean, do you think I should wear my hair like this all the time? Please say no. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this look. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that please do so and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. And I'll see you guys next time. And also, don't forget about and checking out that video, talking for Matt's Fox length to his video for talking about him, and check out his channel. And thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.